Hello, beauties. This is very impromptu. It is summer solstice. It's hard to say, kind of. But anyways, it's June 21st, and I just wanted to make a video. And my hat's kind of crooked, but that's okay. We're just going with it. Really what I want to talk about is, this massive awakening and ascension that is happening on planet Earth. And, personally in my journey, that's what I'm going to share about, is really an unlearning of everything, that I knew, right? Like Neo in the Matrix, right? People say this to me all the time because I guess it's just the path that I'm on. And the whole thing about trauma, right? Like people are like, oh, change your mindset, like do this, do that, do this, do that. And it's not that easy. For people who've experienced trauma, we store it in our bodies, right? Someone was just talking about this and it made me just want to talk about it because so many of my clients, they don't know. We're not taught this stuff, that it affects our nervous system, that it changes your body, it changes your biological state. So you can't just snap out of it, right? Our muscles get tight. Trauma is literally trapped in our body. So the energy cannot flow. You cannot manifest a new reality when your body is in the old, and that is not your fault. That is what happens. And unfortunately, so many people have experienced trauma. You might not even be aware that you experienced it. Like for me, a lot of this stuff is like, yes, there were serious events that really, caused me a lot of harm and pain and really shouldn't have happened. Like one-off events and things like that. But most of it was just conditioning from childhood that you just absorb, right? From 0 to 7, you are a sponge. I don't remember 0 to 7 at all. I don't remember any of my childhood from 0 to 7. So I don't know what the fuck happened, but I definitely, as I grew up, I felt really like low confidence, low self-esteem, low self-worth. And I attracted, a lot of people who took advantage of me, and I got in a lot of dangerous situations. And I now see that I was just looking for love. That's really what everyone wants at the end of the day, is love, to be loved, to feel love, and to give love and to get love, right? Everything is love. But I didn't know that back then. And I don't blame my parents for anything. I don't pinpoint, maybe at one point I did. There's definitely certain things, that could have been changed or done better, but everyone does the best with what they know, right? And now I see that. I have an adult view perspective of it as I'm navigating myself in the world and who I want to be, not who I was told to be or taught to be, but who I actually am, right? And that's when the fun begins. Because in order to create a new reality, in order to up level, in order to be your true self, you need to let go of that shit that's stored in your body. And for people who don't have a history of trauma or don't relate to what I'm saying, it might sound, like not an excuse, or it just, you can't relate to it. But yeah, like starting as a kid, I had chronic trapped pain in my body, chronic, at like literally age 10. Like I already was manifesting so much physical pain. I was sick all the time. Strep throat, always going to the doctor, always sick, right? And every physical manifestation is from an emotional response. It's an emotion that's transmuted out into the physical, trying to get your mother flippin' attention, right? But that's a whole other story. But yeah, I was very sick as a child. Lots of things happened. So clearly I was not expressing myself. I was not listening to my intuition because I was just doing what I thought I should do. That's what you do. You listen to your parents. You go to school. You do this. You do that. And like, I was not about that. I was like a happy child, but also very lonely and dark. I've always had kind of this like shadowy side to me, I guess you could say. And I was just like, what the hell are we all doing here? I really didn't understand it. So anyways, now that I've, gone through all the things that you're supposed to do, like go to school, get your university degree, I even got my master's, I was in a relationship, could have got married and like had a little whole fam jam by now, check. But I knew that wasn't my path. I knew that was not going to make me happy. It was not going to serve me. So I let that all go. And now the past 2-ish years, I've been in this recreation phase. Actually, it's just a remembering. It's a remembering of who I am. That's what I'm really passionate about, encouraging people to be who they are in the world. Shine your motherfucking light. We need it. Earth needs you. This is like an SOS, okay? To be yourself, right? I'm fucking weird. I know that. I swear, my mom hates it. I wear hats in the summer. Like, I don't care. I sing, I do weird things, and that is who I am. That's how I feel aligned and amazing. When I don't do that and I try to stay quiet and work some job and just kiss ass to make ends meet, I will self-destruct because I'm in pain. That's not how we're supposed to live, right? This is the only planet where you have to pay for your food. Okay, food is whatever, you can grow that, but to live, like your shelter, anyways, there's a lot that, could be a lot better. So anyways, the message for this is, yes, healing trauma, which I'm so passionate about. And that's a whole other topic. If someone has PTSD, if you are living on fight or flight, like hit me up, because I know what it's like to live like that every single day, okay? I know the pain of that. I know the misunderstanding, the loneliness, the darkness, feeling broken. That's a whole other topic. But what I want to focus on is where we're going, right? And you can't go somewhere if you're stuck in the past. So you got to heal the past first, okay? If things aren't happening in your life, it's because you need to get back to the basics. Most likely your childhood. Again, not to blame, but there's shit that you absorb that is in you and old beliefs because their parents told them the same thing, right? So it's just passed down from generation to generation, all these things that are not working, right? Unless they are working, but most likely not. So it's a shedding of who you thought you were because that wasn't actually you. That was just conditioning and programming and society, right? So breaking free of that means tapping into your heart, shining your light, your innate expression, your truth, what you came here for. Why did you come here? What mark do you want to leave on this earth? Do you want to just work and pay someone else's mansion your life? Or do you actually want to express yourself and feel free and create a life beyond your wildest dreams? That's a path that I'm on, and it's been a rocky road, let me tell you. This is a journey, not a race. And that's one thing I had to let go of, is like my ego and the timing and all of that goodness, right? But it is possible to write a new story. But it's not as simple as just writing a new story. You need to feel that new story. You need to believe that new story. You need to embody that new story, right? I started my journey, a while ago of just kind of sharing information, like saying things, like thinking I was this spiritual guru or something. And to be honest, that was pretty, I needed to do that for myself at the time, but it wasn't, you shouldn't be taking advice from anyone specifically. Because all the answers lie within you, but I was just sharing my knowledge that I was absorbing, but I wasn't actually living all of it because of the trauma that I've had, that I've experienced, which has been quite significant, like certain things that other people didn't experience, right? It does put you at a disadvantage. Like it definitely does. Some people don't have to heal their whole life, right? I do. And that's the path that I'm on. I'm going to continue to heal, and I've learned to channel that into just like compassion and love and expression and fun and fulfillment. It doesn't always have to be dark, but there are definitely times where it is, and I feel like no one understands me. And that's when you get to go deeper within yourself, right? Because we're all our own universe. We all have our own character in this game of life, right? So you don't need to be anyone that you don't want to be. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do, right? It's all up to you. It's not about blaming. It's not about feeling stuck and trapped and this happened to me, so I'm like this. It's about, okay, this happened to me, and then I reacted like this. I, had this response like this, and now it's up to me to take this pain and this tragedy and this hurt and turn it into something amazing, right? Don't let what happened to you make you who you are, because beneath all that is your true self, is your light, and that's what the world needs, okay? So I think I am going to post this on YouTube. I randomly just wanted to share about this, but I'm really passionate about this stuff, kind of merging, the trauma work and spirituality together to really feel in control of your life and feel empowered and feel confident in who you are, okay? I know what it's like to feel lost and insecure. I've dealt with, eating disorders, anorexia, all the health issues from before, multiple heartbreaks, attracting partners who were just not for me. Because, I needed that, right? We would attract everything into our life, but it showed me things about myself, right? So, through my own experiences, I really was like, okay, this is not working. And I know where I want to go. I know who I want to be. So how do we alchemize that, right? That's what I'm doing constantly. And if you are healing from trauma, it's not a straight line, right? And there will be triggers that come up throughout your life that you have to work through. And it's a chance to dive deeper within yourself. Right? So this work is not easy, but it is so worth it. Once you feel that freedom and that expansion, right? Still every day, I breathe into my body. I try and release this tension and this pain and this trapped trauma. I've been reading the book, The Body Keeps Score, that so many of my clients like talk about too. And it's so true. And we're not taught this kind of things, but trauma literally changes your brain, right? It changes certain things. And you can feel it in your body, and the body always talks to you, right? If something's hurting, it's not randomly, unless you like fall and like have a bruise on your butt, right? Like it's again, that emotional manifestation into the physical. So I'm going to stop there. I hope whoever listens to this finds it helpful. And definitely follow me on Instagram at Denise Jacqueline. What else do I got going on? I got That Witch 99 on TikTok. I like making inspirational, motivational videos. But if you want to dive deeper into your trauma, if you know that trauma is keeping you trapped, if you know that certain experiences, or even if you're not sure what it is, but you're just like, I don't feel good, I feel low, I'm not being the person I want to be, I'm your person to help you break through that, because I do it constantly. So I know what it's like. And I did my master's of social work, so I also have that whole lens, and I like to blend it all together. And inner child healing is massive, and that's like the forefront of what I do, right? Like, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun along the ride, no matter what. You gotta get back up. You gotta have fun. You gotta always see the positives in things. Just saw 11/11. I like that. Yeah, just keep it going no matter what. It's all about flow, right? Emotions, energy, and motion. You stay stagnant and stuck, well, that's going to make everything worse, right? And resting is such an important part of the process. But again, it's about listening to your body. Your body is so wise, right? We're taught to think of our head, which is like, okay, that's like that. We have a whole freaking body, right? Can't see my body, but we have so much more than that. And getting the heart and the mind on the same page, that is where the magic happens. So I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys. Cheers. Have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.